Hello YouTube, this is Salam. In this video I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot the auxiliary valve of this John Deere 310D backhoe. I rebuilt the hydraulic motor for the augers, and after I finished rebuild it, I tried to run it, it wouldn't run. I inspected all the wiring circuit, the fuses and all that. Everything seems to be okay. Usually when I work with equipment, especially over here, I pressure wash it before I start the work. This way I clean the area, and if there is any insect, the washing operation will take care of them. However, it's been wet, we've been getting a lot of rain, and it's humid, so I didn't want to do that. I thought, you know, it will be easy task to troubleshoot it. So I put some masonite, and I laid underneath it, and I start troubleshooting the solenoid. Unfortunately, I got stung by two scorpions. One got me behind the ear and one got me over here on the arm. And this one actually, it hurt a little bit more than the one on the ear. I got stung before by scorpion and they don't affect me that much. They feel just like a wasp sting. However, after I finish work on this machine today, I brought some scorpion poison. And I'm going to spray this area with the poison to eliminate the scorpions in this area. I don't like to bother animals or insects or kill them for unnecessary reason. However, in this area I have family members and friends. They come in and they go inside the shipping container or walk in this area, and I don't want anybody to get stung, and I don't want to get stung myself, so I'm going to take care of this problem. I don't want to do it now because I don't want to breathe this stuff while I'm working on this machine. I will get the camera and I will go underneath the machine. I show you the solenoid. I believe I'm going to remove the top cover to be able to access it. It seems as the coil is good. I believe there's a problem with the snout. It's not picking up. The solenoid preliminary check, it shows to be okay. It has resistance, and when I apply voltage, when I connect it directly to the battery, I bypassed the switches. It seems as it sparks a little bit. It doesn't pull too much current, but I don't have any action. The motor doesn't spin. We will inspect it. We'll see. Hopefully it will be something easy to fix. I hope you enjoy this video. This is a view from under the machine. This is the original wires that were connected to the valve or to the solenoid or coil of the auxiliary valve. I ran a direct wire to make sure the problem is not with the switches or the original wiring system. This is the auxiliary valve. It's high flow, and this over here is the solenoid. I'm going to remove the cover to be able to access it easier. I was able to pull the solenoid itself and clean it and connect the wire to it. However, I believe I have to remove the snout or the spool that the solenoid or coil activate, and I'll show you that. I'm going to try to capture this for you on camera. I'm holding the camera with my hand. I apologize if this footage is going to be shaky. They don't sell this coil by itself. If your coil is bad, you have to purchase the whole unit. This and the other part, they come as unit. And as you see, I removed it and cleaned it. The pedal for this machine, it was stuck on when I bought it. Hopefully there is no damage. Sometimes the coil may read resistance and it may act as it's working. However, if there is internal short, this will weaken the coil. It will not be strong enough to pick the valve or the spool of this. And as you see, this part is held via thread on the valve itself. I'm going to clean it and I'm going to remove that. I probably won't be able to record this because I'll probably have to use both my hand to be able to remove it. But I show you how it looks once I remove it out of the machine. I cleaned around the valve with simple green, brushed it with paintbrush, then splashed it with the clean water, blew around it with compressed air before I removed this part to minimize contaminant get inside the valve. After that, this came out easy. I was able to use the crescent wrench and loosen this part and it came out. After I removed it, I cleaned it with sandpaper and I found this parts number on it. I'm going to look it on eBay to see if I could find replacement part. It seems as it's worked fine. I connected it to the battery and it picked. And when it picked, I used compressed air to go through here to clean the orifice. You won't be able to see it to move all the mechanical or moving parts inside this snout, but you'll be able to hear it clicking. I'm picking it and dropping it. It seems as it is functional. When I removed this part to minimize leak, I put a clean rag in the hole. It's still leaking a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and install this and try it. If the motor doesn't spin, that means the problem is somewhere else in the valve. I put it together and it still didn't work. So I removed it one more time and I inspected further. There is this ring, metal ring to keep this in place inside this housing. I sharpened this screwdriver and I was able to pry this ring off. And this part was seized. I kept pushing in and out, spray it with WD-40. Finally, it came off. It has this spring to keep pushing the armature in. And this part was seized. There is little bit rust built inside. So I took it apart, cleaned it, just wiped it with rag. I still going to clean it further. And now it's working. I tested it on the battery and this moved like this. You don't want to try to clean this with the wire brush or sandpaper because you will damage it. It's supposed to seal. I'm going to blow it with air one more time. And then I will assemble it and I'll show you how it's going to work on the battery. Also, don't use a brake party cleaner if you are not planning to replace these O-rings because you will damage them. Let's go check it. I'm going to install it and try it. I put it together, I tested, it's worked great. I will show you this in operation. I also going to paint it to minimize rust on the top of that coil. This worked out great. Thank you for watching.